Good morning to everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the point of contraflexure. It is a point where the bending moment is zero after changing its sign from positive to negative or vice versa. So, for example, let us consider a beam. So, for our concern, it is a overhanging beam. It is simply supported between A and B. So this is a length L, for example. Here L is equal to assumed as 4 meters. And this is the A, this is B, this is C. The portion BC is the overhanging. If it is subjected to a uniformly distributed load over a length L or BC or AC, say this is the length 2 for example. The total length of the span is 6 meters. So I think that if you observe the bending moment is obtained by solving the problem. So this is the baseline, say this is the baseline. So I think that definitely the bending moment is maximum. So, and positive in the portion AB, say this is the, if it gets a curve in such a way that, I think that, so a point E, this is the A, this is the B, this is the C. So, where the bending moment is zero, here the bending moment is zero at point E. So, and it changes sign from E to C. It means, so initially the bending moment is positive in between AE and the bending moment is zero at a particular point E and its sign is changes as a negative. So, as shown in figure. So, this is called as point of contraflexural. Point of contraflexural. Contraflexural. Axial flexure. So, this is the one important concept. So, particularly we observe the point of contraflexure in a overhanging beam subjected to various loads. For our consideration, let us consider a beam AC supported at A and B and expanded from B to C of length 2 subjected to a uniformly distributed load at the rate of, for example, 2 kilonewtons per meter. So, then calculate the shear force and bending moment. Particularly coming to the bending moment, definitely the bending moment varies from positive to negative, and at a particular point the bending moment is zero. Here that is zero. So simply that may be defined as it is the point where the bending moment is zero after changing its sign convention. So from positive to negative or negative to positive, whatever it may be, this point is called as contraflexural. So, then study the one problem and let us consider one example. So, that is construction of shear force and bending moment for a overhanging beam carrying a uniformly distributed load of 2 kilonewtons per meter over the entire length of a beam as shown in figure. For example, say this is a overhanging beam. So simply the overhanging beam is extended portion of the simply supported. The beam is supported at A and B of length 4 meters and the rest of the length is 2 meters. So this is 2 meters. So this is the one. So this is the point C. The beam is loaded uniformly throughout the length at the rate of intensity is 2 kilonewton per meter. So initially we have to calculate the reaction forces at A and B, then calculate the shear force and then draw the free body diagram, shear force diagram, then calculate the bending moment and draw the bending moment diagram. Finally, locate the point of contraflexural. So here we have to show the point of contraflexural for a given problem as shown in figure. So first of all, calculate the reaction. So calculate the reactions at A and B. So what about the reactions at A and B? Initially we have to calculate the total load and taking moments of all the forces about any point either at A or B. For that, so what about the total load? So total load. So that is represented for our convenience, that is TL. So that is equal, the load is distributed over the span is equal to 6 meters and at the rate of 2 kilonewtons per meter. As we know that rate of load and the distance distributed over a load, or the load distributed over a distance here is, let us assume as L. So therefore that is equal, whatever the rate of load, that is equal to kilonewtons per meter, we know that, and what about the total length, it is distributed 6 meters. Finally it is 12 kilonewtons. This is the total load. Then now calculate the reaction at A and B. For that, now taking moments of location is simply, what about the location? So location is always, so see as that is about S or whatever it may, that is equal to 6 by 2, that is equal to 3 meters. The 12 kilonewtons force is concentrated at a distance 3 from the A, 3 meters from the A, we know that. Then calculate the now taking moments of all the forces about A. It means that is sigma MA is equal to 0. It means, and applying the condition of equilibrium. Now taking moments of all the forces about A and applying the condition of equilibrium, that is sigma MA is equal to 0. Therefore, whenever taking moments about A, the moment produced by a force of magnitude assumed as RA is 0. So whenever taking moment, the moment produced by the RA is 0. Then there is a moment produced by the RB as well as the uniformly distributed load. So therefore, what about the moment produced by the RB about A? That produces the counter clockwise moment. Its magnitude is RB into 4, where RB is the magnitude of the force and the perpendicular distance from the moment center A to the line of action of the force RB is 4, that is equal. Again, simply the 2 kilonewtons per meter span meter load produces the clockwise movement about A. So that's why it is taken as, so that is equal 2 into, what about the rate of load? 2, we know that. And what about the total length? 6. So this is the total load already calculated. And what at which point it is concentrated? That is 3. Simply mathematically into 6 by 2. This is the calculation. Therefore, RB into 4 is equal, so that is equal to 36. Therefore, RB is equal 36 by 4. Simply what about that 36 by 4? That is equal to 9 kilonewtons. So this is the magnitude of the force at support B. As we know that sigma Fy is equal to 0. Therefore, RA plus RB is equal to 12. Alright, that is equal to total force. We know the RB. So that is equal to RA is equal to 12 minus 9, that is equal to 3 kilonewtons. So we calculated the reaction forces at A and B initially. What we discussed, just we have covered. So what is meant by point of contraflexural? It is a point at which the bending moment is 0 and changes its sign from either positive to negative or vice versa. That is the point of contraflexural. Now let us draw the shear force and bending moment diagram of a overhanging beam. So carrying a uniformly distributed load over the entire length is equal to 6 meters as shown in figure. Initially, we calculate the reaction forces at support A and B. For that, we know the total load and its location. Then now taking moments of all the forces about A and applying the condition of equilibrium. From that, we know the reaction force at B represented in equation number 1 and A represented at equation number 2. So, next one is calculation of now let us calculate the shear force and bending moment. So at any section. Now let us consider the shear force between A and B. Shear force between A and B. So for that, let us consider section XX. This is the section XX at a distance x from the and A. I think that we know the distance between A and B is 4 meters and B and C is 2 meters. And reaction forces at A and B 3 kilonewtons and 9 kilonewtons respectively. Overhanging beam carrying a uniformly distributed load at the rate of 2 kilonewtons per meter. So this is the shear force. Now what about the shear force SF at A? So I think that it is left to the section vertically upward, that is taken as positive. Hence, so SF at A, that is SF, so that is equal to SA, SF, SA is equal to, what about the magnitude? That is 3. It is positive, that is 3 kilonewtons. This is one. Then, what about the shear force between AB? Then, that A is at shear force. Then, the shear force equation is, that is equal to S or Fx is equal to, that is equal to Fx is equal to, so 3 minus, because the uniformly distributed over a distance produces or simply down and left to the x taken as negative, that is equal to 2x, say equation number 2. So then I can calculate the shear force at B also. It means SF at B, so that is SB is equal to, what about the shear force at B? That is equal to substitute. So that is at x is equal to 4 meters. X is equal to 4 meters. So therefore, at x is equal to 4 meters. Substitute the x is equal to 4 in equation number 2. Therefore, 3 minus 2 into 4. That is equal to 3 minus 8. That is equal to minus 5 kilonewtons. Here we have to observe 2 points. One is shear force at A is positive and shear force at B is negative. So one is shear force at A is positive, then shear force at B is negative. Keep it in mind. So it is very important. It means the shear force changes sign from positive to negative. Definitely it is 0 at a particular point. So that's why then there is a equation that is represented by the equation number 2. From equation number 2, the shear force is 0. So definitely the shear force is 0 between AB, at which point the shear force is 0. Simply substitute Fx is equal to 0. Therefore, 3 minus 2x is equal to 0. So 2x is equal to 3, x is equal to 3 by 2. It means that is 1.5. I think that the shear force is 0 at a distance 1.5 meters from end A. This is very important. I think that the shear force is 0 at a distance x is equal to 1.5 meters. Definitely the bending moment is maximum at a distance 1.5 meters from the x value, that is equal from end A. This is very important. What we have to see, so we know the shear force equation from the equation number 2. I think that at A the shear force is 3 kilonewtons positive and shear force is minus 5 kilonewtons. It means the shear force is negative at B. It means the shear force changes from positive to negative. Definitely it is 0 at a particular point. We have to calculate the shear force at what distance. For that, the shear force is 0. From the equation number 2, simply Fx is equal to 0. From that, the shear force is 0 at a distance 1.5 meters from the end A. Here, the bending moment is maximum. Keep it in mind. So, then calculate the shear force between B and C. So, then SF between so B and C. So better to draw the diagram once again. Say this is the beam, this is the overhanging beam. So what we have to do, this is the end A, this is B and C. It is distributed uniformly throughout the entire length at the rate of 2 kilonewtons per meter. Here I would like to take the section at a distance x from A. This is very important one. This is the x. Then formulate the equation. What about the equation? So therefore shear force Fx is equal. What about the magnitude at A? RA is equal to 3. What about the magnitude at B? RB is equal to 9. So therefore, what about the shear force? The shear force at A is positive, say that is RA, and at B is also positive, RB. Then let us see the shear force at a distance x. Definitely that is left to the section downward taken as negative. This is very important one. Minus whatever its magnitude 2 into x. This is the very important equation. So for calculation purpose, This equation is very, very important. Therefore, that is equal, what about RA? That is 3. We know that, plus what about RB? That is 9. So, that is equal to minus 2x. So, therefore, 12 minus 2x. This is the equation number 1. So, the equation. Then, I would like to find out the shear force at B. Then, therefore, SF at B. It means at x is equal 4 meters. Substitute x is equal 4 meters in equation number 4. Therefore, SB is equal to 12 minus, so 12 minus 2 into 4, that is equal to 12 minus 8, that is equal to 4 kilonewtons. This is also one more important point. I think that we have the shear force values at B as 5 kilonewtons as well as 4 kilonewtons. This is a very, very important one. So here there are two values. It means the shear force is initially minus 5 kilonewtons at B as well as plus 4 kilonewtons at A. So then substitute, then SF at C, that is at x is equal to 6 meters. Therefore, SC is equal to 12 minus 2 into 6, that is equal to 0. I think that, therefore, SF at silent features, SF at A, B and C. SA is equal to plus 3 kilonewtons and SB is equal to 1 is minus 5 kilonewtons and plus 4 kilonewtons and SC is equal to, so SC is equal to 0. These are the shear force values at a particular silent features. Then you can draw the shear force diagram. So very simple. So this is the overhanging beam. This is end A. This is the overhanging beam. This is end A. This is support B and this is the end C. So it is subjected to a uniformly distributed load at the rate of 2 kilonewtons per meter. So am I right? So this is the baseline. What about the shear force at A? That is 3 kilonewtons positively. And what about the shear force at B initially? That is minus. So this is 5 kilonewtons. And there is a shear force at B in positive. This is 4 and it is 0. So this is C, this is the B, this is A. So it is 3 kilonewtons. Simply it is 3 kilonewtons positively. It is 5 kilonewtons. It is simply 4 kilonewtons. So this is the baseline. So this is 3 kilonewtons, this is 5 kilonewtons, this is 4 kilonewtons, again it is 0. So this is the shear force calculation, and based on these values you can plot the shear force diagram what we did. So we know the beam, overhanging beam carrying uniformly distributed load of 2 kilonewtons per meter. Then calculate the shear force at A and shear force at B. Here we have to remember 2 points. One is the shear force is at B is 5 kilonewtons from the considering the section A and B, and the shear force is 4 kilonewtons when you considering the section between B and C. This is very, very important one. Then plot the graph based on the calculated values as shown in this figure. This is the shear force 3 kilonewtons from A, and it is changes its sign at a distance. This is x is equal to 1.5 meters. The shear force is 0 at a particular point, say this is D. So now let us see the bending moment diagram. Calculate the bending moment. For that, let us consider the overhanging beam. At A, there is a force RA is equal 3 kilonewtons. At B, RB is equal to 9 kilonewtons. So, and carrying uniformly distributed load over the entire length at the rate of 2 kilonewtons per meter. Now, let us see the BM between AB. For that, so BM between AB or considered section between A and B. So let us see the section XX. This is the section XX. At a distance x from the end A, the entire length is 6. The length between AB is 4. The length between BC is 2 meters. We know that. So now let us consider or focus on the one point on the section XX and what are the forces left to the section. It is very important one. What are the forces? One is RA. At what distance from the section XX? X. What about the movement produced by the RA about the XX? Definitely RA into X. We know that. Then, what about the movement produced by the uniformly distributed load distributed over a distance X? Definitely that is 2 into X. That is always concentrated midpoint of X. For that, I would like to represent the this portion only again for the better understanding. Let us see. I would like to see this is the RA which is equal to 3. This is the section XX. So let us assume. So what about the total load? We know the total load. It is 2 into X. So at what distance? Definitely it is X by 2 because the section is taken from A to the section XX is small x. How many forces are acting on the body? One is 3, second one is the 2x, right? 2 into x, and it is at a distance x by 2. So now, therefore, bending moment BM. So let us see the bending moment is represented as mx. What about the moment produced by the 3 kilonewtons about x? 3 into perpendicular distance is x, that is equal to 3x. Again, what about the sign convention? I think that 3 kilonewtons produces the sagging moment. So that's why I have taken positive. And so what about the 2x force produces the moment about the section XX? It produces the hogging moment, and left to the section clockwise has to be taken as negative. So what about magnitude? 2x. And what about its perpendicular distance? That is x by 2. This is the equation number 1. Then I can calculate the bending moment at a particular distance. So that is at x is equal to 0, it means bending moment at A and bending moment at B also. Therefore, BM at A, so it means at x is equal to 0. So simply substitute x is equal to 0 in equation number 1. Therefore, so M A is equal to 0. So this is A. So we know the bending moment at A. Then what about the bending moment at B? Next, BM at B, that is at x is equal to 4. So it means substitute x is equal to 4 in equation number 1. So therefore MB is equal what about the bending moment? That is equal 3 into 4 minus 2 into, what about the x? X is equal to 4 and again 4 by 2. 4 by 2. 2 cancel. That is equal. What about that value? That is equal 12 minus 16. That is equal minus 4 kilonewton meter. So I think that the bending moment is 0 at A and the bending moment is minus 4 kilonewton meter at B. That is negative. It means the bending moment changes its direction or it changes its sign. So for example, definitely let us see, this is the baseline. So definitely the bending moment is negative. Here the bending moment is negative. Then I think that this can be rewritten as 3x minus, so x square. So it follows the parabolic law. So definitely it is a parabolic law. So this is 0, this is minus 4. So this is the bending moment diagram. This is the bending moment diagram. It follows the parabolic law. We know that. Here we observe one thing. What we observe here, the bending moment is 0 at a particular point. The bending moment is 0 at a particular point. Say this is the E, this is the A, this is the B, this is C. This point is called as point of contraflexural. Point of contraflexure. So this is to be calculated or find out. So we know the magnitude of the bending moment at A. Again, what about the magnitude of the bending moment at B? So that is minus, and it follows the parabolic law. It means it is, the bending moment is 0 at a particular point, that is E, that is called as the point of contraflexural. Then let us consider the section. So now, so take the section between B and C. So then draw the beam, overhanging beam. This is RA, this is RB, this is C. It is distributed over a distance 6 meters at the rate of 2 kilonewtons per meter. So that is 2 kilonewtons per meter. Now let us take the section between B and C. This is the A, this is the B. So this is the section XX at a distance X. So what about the perpendicular distance from the section XX to the RB? So we know the distance between the A and B is 4 meters. This is 4. So what about this value? Definitely x minus 4. I think that we know the RA value and RB value and the perpendicular distance from the section XX to the RA and RB. Then we can formulate the equation, that is equal mx is equal. So what about the moment produced by the RA into x? It means it is a positive. Again plus RB also produces the positive or sagging moment, that is RB into x minus 4. And what about the moment produced by the uniformly distributed load? So particularly in the section that is negative, because it is sagging about the XX, that is equal 2 into, that is the rate of loading, and its total load is x. It is always concentrated at a distance x by 2. Simply, you can find out the values of bending moment at C also. Simply substitute x is equal 6 meters in equation number 2, then the Bm at C is equal to 0. Therefore, Bm, that is MC is equal to 0. From this equation, it follows the simply parabolic law. So, this is the bending moment between B and C. So, this is the bending moment diagram we plotted from the calculated values. Today we cover the what is meant by point of contraflexural, then find out the draw the shear force and bending moment diagram for a overhanging beam subjected to a uniformly distributed load over the entire length of span 6 meters at the rate of 2 kilonewtons per meter. In this, initially we calculate the reaction forces at A and B. Then we plot the shear force diagram by calculating the shear force. So at point A, B, as we know that the shear force sign changes from A to B. So here the maximum, the shear force is 0 at a distance 1.5 meters from A and A. Then we calculated the bending moment by formulating the bending moment equations. We observed one thing in the bending moment diagram. The bending moment sign changes from positive to negative. So here the bending moment is 0 at E. That point is called as point of contraflexure. So simply we conclude one thing. The bending moment is positive between the two supports. It means the bending moment is positive in the simply supported beam and the simply supported portion, and the bending moment is negative in the overhanging portion. So, let us continue the same problem with a different loading system. Thank you.